Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and today we are watching episode 20 of season 6 of Supernatural. So, last time was a huge episode. We ran afoul of Eve, or no we didn't. I mean we were hunting her, we were actively pursuing her. It's not like we kind of stumbled into it, but we found and took care of Eve. It went easier than expected, to be honest. And yeah, she's no longer a problem. That's what I say. I mean, I kind of hope that I'm wrong on that part. I kind of hope that she's going to return in some manner, in some fashion, because she felt cool and she felt like she was supposed to have a lot of power. And we didn't see a whole lot of that power displayed. Like, for instance, the fact that she could like create new monsters and basically just dream things up and make it a reality is a huge power. And the fact that she could she was fast. She was really fast. She was kind of just like popped up behind Dean and grabbed him at one point. Like, she's basically near instantaneous movement. And yeah, I don't know. She felt like she was really powerful and we didn't get to see a whole lot from her. And then before the episode ended, we saw Crowley and Castiel meet, and Crowley saying basically like, how long am I going to have to clean up your messes? So that indicates what I've suspected, that they are working together. They are buddy-buddy. It all kind of just adds up in a very neat fashion. And I wonder what's going to be next, you know? Is Castiel going to be like the arch villain of this piece? I don't. Are we going to say goodbye to Castiel this season? That would be outrageous, right? I'm kind of. I hope it won't happen, but I take it as kind of a given that we're gonna kill Crowley. That his reign as King of Hell is going to be a short one, which is a bit of a shame because he seems very pragmatic. He seems like he can be like reasoned with. Like, he realizes that's the thing with Lucifer. He was really stupid because he wanted to end the world or whatever. Like, if you run hell, if your business relies on, or not business, that's how Crowley views it, but like if your existence depends on humans existing and sinning and being condemned to hell, then like your continued existence depends on humanity's continued existence and the continued existence of temptation. And in an apocalypse situation, or in a like scorched earth situation, there's not a whole lot of temptation. You need people to feel safe in order to like, there's the like Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever. Like, you need to feel safe. You need to have like a food in your stomach and a roof over your head before you like can indulge and like go sin and what have you. So like a peaceful coexistence is in everyone's best interest, and Crowley seems to be very much on board with that concept. So in a weird way, he's the best King of Hell that I can imagine currently for humanity's sake, basically. But then that's what he's shown us. That there might be a whole different side to him that I'm not aware of. But yeah, seems like we're gonna have to get rid of him, unfortunately. And I wonder if that's also going to include Castiel, because they're working together. It would be a great twist if Castiel became the enemy. It's only 3 episodes left. Can we swing that? Do we have enough time to do that? We need to do that at some point, right? Like, have an ally who becomes an enemy. That's a fairly common trope, you know, where one of your own is led astray and you, like, as a part of growing up, you need to excise the tumor. Much in the same way that, like, Lucifer became disillusioned and lost his way. Of course, it doesn't have to be Castiel. Who's that one? It could be... no, it can't be Bobby. He doesn't have enough power to be like a seasonal villain. The only one that we kind of know that has that sort of swing, that sort of pull, is Castiel. But like, we might introduce new characters at a later date, like next season or the season after, and like have them along for a long while. I'm sure that before this show is over, we're gonna have done that for one season. Or I hope, because it's interesting drama that way. Anyways, let's get into this next episode and see what this one has in store for us. Before we start, however, I just quickly want to mention the Patreon. On the Patreon, I am 8 episodes ahead, which is 4 weeks. The episodes over there are also uncut, not edited down like here on YouTube. And there's also the other movies and shows I do and so on. Those include like Legend of Vox Machina, Arcane, The Witcher, stuff, Avatar, both shows, Gravity Falls, tons of stuff. Anyways, with that, it's time to get into this episode. Alright, links in the description down below for the Patreon. Let's get into episode 20 of season 6 of Supernatural. Hey, Castiel. Feeling a bit blue?
I've been here for a very long time.
How long? I would really like an answer to that.
I remember many things. Watching a little gray fish heave itself up on the beach.
Oh, yeah?
Big plans for that fish.
When was that? Jesus.
The Tower of Babel.
That was like 2 billion years ago.
7 feet of it, which I suppose was impressive at the time.
Awesome.
Divine wrath.
Yeah, maybe just try with poor construction. I'm loving this start.
And of course, I remember the most remarkable event. The grand story.
Yeah.
And we ripped up the ending.
Yeah, screw that. We write our own. We write our own story.
But what if I've made the wrong choice? I mean, how am I supposed to know?
Yes, very tricky question, philosophically speaking. There's no real point in agonizing about it because you can't change the past.
Let me tell you everything.
Hey, he's looking straight at me. So is this going to focus on Castiel? He did just tell me that he wants to tell me everything. The man who would be king.
Any word on Satan Jr. being alive?
I'm looking, believe me. I just don't understand how Crowley couldn't trick me.
Yeah, he didn't trick you. You were in on it.
Then what does matter is finding him, ripping his head off and shoving it up his ass.
I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to do much. You could do it for fun, I guess.
Where's Sam?
He's tracking a gin in Omaha as we speak. In fact, I'm headed out there right now to meet up with him. But Cass, you'll call, right? If you get into real trouble.
Yeah, the war he's fighting is not really on a level where you can assist, I don't think. Like angelic warfare. I think that's above your pay grade.
Howdy, partner.
What have you found?
This music?
Eve's brain, dead as a tin kipper. And yet,
Ew.
for some reason,
Ew. Oh, good lord, he's playing doctor.
You said Eve could open the door to purgatory.
correct. If she was still alive, single best chance to get over the rainbow.
Yes, but how were you supposed to capture her alive?
You're distracted. And that makes me nervous.
I am holding up my end.
The stench of that impala's all over your overcoat, Angel.
Yeah, what of it?
I needed to know what they know.
One moment.
Your
Okay.
two little pets are currently
I
trying...
had to tend to the dog a little. They are trying to hunt you down.
I still considered myself the Winchester's guardian.
I like this. We're getting a look into the mind of Castiel.
Hey, ass butt.
Awesome quote. That's one of the best lines of the show so far.
I was over. I was put back. And we
Yeah.
won.
You did.
And so I knew what I had to do next.
So were you the one who brought Sam back?
Again, I went to Harrow Hell to free Sam from Lucifer's cage.
Oh.
Hubris. Because of course I hadn't truly raised Sam, not all of him.
Yeah, okay. So it was an accident. He wasn't supposed to be soulless. Were you aware of that from the start?
I'm begging you, Castiel. Just kill the Winchesters.
No.
No.
I said no.
Yeah, this is a line we're not willing to cross. If you go for the Winchesters, then our cooperation is over.
Or Lilith, or Alistair, or Azazel didn't worry? Am I the only game piece on the board who doesn't underestimate those denim-wrapped nightmares?
Denim-wrapped nightmares. It's good, Crowley, that you have a healthy dose of respect for them. Having a bit of a chat with a demon?
Oh, please. Kill me. That was you who dug out that nest of vamps back in Swan.
Weren't you supposed to be in Omaha or something? Hunting a djinn? Sam, that is?
Crowley's alive. You prove it just by being, you poor dumb jackass.
Yeah, why else would you be going around hunting monsters?
Up yours.
You're enjoying this a bit too much, Sam.
Here, hang on to this for a bit.
Oh, you guys are a bit too good at torturing people. It's a bit uncomfortable.
What'd you tell him?
Nothing, all right? Told him we were on some crap monster hunt. He doesn't know that we're getting close to Crowley.
Crowley? I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate myself for even thinking it, but I don't know.
No, it's good instinct. You have to rely on your instincts as hunters.
If there's a snowball of a snowball's chance here, that means we're dealing with a Superman who's gone dark side, which means we've got to be cautious.
Yeah, and Cass is listening to you guys right now.
This makes you Lois Lane.
One problem at a time.
No, Dean, you're Lois Lane. You're the one with a special relationship to Superman.
Dean, trying so hard to be loyal. Every
Yeah.
instinct telling him otherwise.
Yeah, he's trying to convince himself. But it's hard.
I don't deal with Crowley direct.
Well, who do you deal with?
The dispatcher. A demon named Ellsworth.
Who? That's a fancy name. So, and Cass heard that. So I'm guessing that means that Cass is going to go take care of Ellsworth.
Demon counterpart to Bobby Singer. Ellsworth would be it.
Hey, that's neat.
I don't care. I want you to get down to New Mexico.
Yeah, he really,
and bag me that Wendigo.
he really is the demon Bobby Singer.
FBI, Thomas speaking.
Oh, even does the fake FBI stuff.
These demons would lead the Winchesters to Crowley, and Crowley would tear their hearts out.
Oh, as a power move, Cass.
I had no choice. I did it to protect the boys.
Oh, all these justifications. Too late. This place is already empty.
Hiding. Lying.
You don't like it, do you?
And my motives used to be so pure. Each soul generates its own paradise. I
Okay.
favor the eternal Tuesday afternoon of an autistic man.
That's neat. But man, is that depressing at the same time. Eternally Tuesday. That's awful. Not that there's anything wrong with Tuesday, but like the permanence.
No one leads us anymore. We're all free to make our own choices and to choose our own fates.
That's not going to go over well. They need to learn how to do that. They're basically children.
Freedom.
But what does he want us to do with it?
Freedom is a length of rope. God wants you to hang yourself with it.
Ooh. Oh, so jaded.
There was Raphael.
You came. I appreciate it.
Oh, nice. I like that he's back.
You'll kneel before me and pledge allegiance to the flag, all right?
And what flag is that?
Me, Castiel. Your allegiance to me.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You rebelled against God, heaven, and me. Now you will atone.
Those three, God, heaven, and me.
The apocalypse doesn't have to be fought.
Of course it does. It's God's will.
How can you say that?
Because it's what I want.
Yeah, there you go. That's more like it.
Then I won't let you.
Really? You?
Yes, him. Kind of outgunned here, huh?
My big brother knocked me into next week.
Tomorrow you kneel, Castiel. Or you and anyone with you dies.
But the tables have turned with the God's weapons and everything.
It's like Mr. Clean, you know?
Yeah.
OCD for your average demon.
Yeah.
Castiel did too good of a job cleaning this place up.
I mean, when there was no one, and we were stuck, and I mean really stuck, he broke ranks. He has gone to the mat, cut and bleeding for us so many freaking times.
Yeah, and he still is in his mind. He's trying to maintain that.
I knew they would have questions I couldn't answer. Because I was afraid.
Yeah, very understandably so.
Fought 100 demon before, we can do it again.
What? Where did these come from? Excuse me? They just showed up out of nowhere.
I was caught as much by surprise as the rest of them. And it left me with yet another choice.
Yeah, are you gonna intervene or not? Yeah, but then they would also know that you were snooping on them, I guess. Is this happening or is he imagining this?
Brief moment. I was me again.
No, it's actually happening. Oh no, he could be like, I came as soon as I could. I heard your call and thank God I showed up in time.
I come with news.
Yeah, what?
I firmly believe Crowley is alive.
Well, Bobby, what do you think about Cass saving our asses? Again.
Yeah, while looking extremely guilty.
We thought you were working with him.
Wonders never cease. They trusted me again.
Yeah, feels good, huh?
It is a little absurd, though.
I know.
Superman going to the dark side.
Oh no, dude. Oh, you're revealing that you're snooping on them, spying on them.
But it was all over. Right then. Just like that.
I'm fine. Yeah, you're the very picture of mental health.
No, he really isn't.
The righteous Cass, as long as they still believe it, you get to believe it.
Well, he is way more righteous than you are, dude.
If you touch a hair on their heads, I will tear it all down. Our arrangement.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's his line in the sand. I hope you're including Bobby in that.
What was I doing with this vermin?
This is not how synergy works!
That's a good line.
Raphael was stronger than me, so I went to an old friend for help. Everything he sacrificed. And I was about to ask him for more.
So this is back when Dean was with Lisa and Ben.
I'm talking about Raphael's head on a pike. I'm talking about happy endings for all of us, with all possible entendres intended. Come on.
Oh, freaking Crowley.
I see now that I was prideful, and in all likelihood,
Yeah,
I was a fool.
like Lucifer. Pride. Oh, this is good. This is hell. How many is that? It's like number 6 billion or something.
Nothing. We go right back to the end again.
That's evil. That's proper evil. I love it.
You've got what they call sex appeal.
Thank you. Get to the point.
Angels need leaders.
So Crowley was the one who convinced him to start a civil war.
You're asking me to be the next Lucifer.
Please.
Kind of really already are, you know?
He brought you back. Did it occur to you that maybe he did this so you could be the new sheriff upstairs?
I mean, why not?
But what if I said I knew how to go nuclear?
What do you mean?
Purgatory, my fine feathered friend.
How would you find it when no one ever has?
We'll need expert help.
Why is it so hard to find, though? I don't get that.
Eerily suited team beat models are time on their hands.
No, not Dean. He's retired and needs to stay that way.
that's like an Adolf picture, right? Yeah, but it's instead it's Crowley.
And what's your price in all of this?
Just half.
Half.
Wouldn't you rather have me in charge down here?
Kind of would. Yeah. Kind of would. It's kind of best for everyone.
How about I float you a little loan? Say, 50 large. 50,000 souls from the pit. You can take them up to heaven.
You really can just barter like that?
It's either this or the apocalypse all over again. Everything you've worked for, everything that Sam and Dean...
Oh, man, you shouldn't make deals with demons, especially not Crowley. Like, I like the dude. He has a lot of charm, but... you really gotta make sure you read the fine print when you're talking to him. You gonna flip out the blade? No?
You're either with Raphael, or you're with me.
We think we finally figured out a way to track down Crowley.
It's you.
Yeah, you're not a very good liar, Castiel. Which is a good thing.
We gotta talk
About what? Let me go.
about Superman and Kryptonite.
Yeah. That's what we were talking about when we were talking about going here to this place and talking to this is a Demon Bobby version.
How exactly did Crowley trick you with the wrong bones?
That is hard to understand. It's hard to explain. Just let me go. Let me out.
Come on.
You gotta look at me.
Castiel, it's over. You gotta just spill.
Look me in the eye and tell me you're not working with Crowley.
Yeah, he can't do it. He just looks away.
This whole time.
Yeah.
I did it to protect you. I did it to protect all of you.
Protect us how? How in the hell are we supposed to trust you now?
I'm still me. I'm still your friend.
Yeah, I mean, you've given other people here the benefit of the doubt.
Did you bring me back soulless on purpose?
No, there is no way.
Raphael will kill us all. He'll turn the world into a graveyard. I had no choice.
No, you had a choice.
Yeah, the choice was to tell the truth, to be upfront with this from the beginning.
Why else would you keep this whole thing a secret, huh? Unless you knew that it was wrong.
Much the same way as Sam with Ruby and the drinking demon blood.
Now we deal with it. Like we always have.
Well, you kind of haven't.
What we don't do is we don't go out and make another deal with the devil.
Come on, he fits right in. It's what you do all the time, guys. You conceal until it's too late and everything comes crashing down.
Too late now.
Oh!
Back now. I can't.
Crowley's coming for his buddy. It's a difficult situation to be in, this. Hey, buddy.
To improve ourselves. So as a friends, I gotta claw into our sides and then hold us back.
Oh, is this hitting close to home, Crowley?
You stop talking and get out of my sight.
You're welcome, by the way.
You guys should just make out already. The tension is palpable.
You know the difference between you and me? I know what I am. What are you, Castiel?
Are you actually hurt, Crowley? Did he hurt your feelings? Demons have feelings? Angel proof.
Hello, Dean.
I guess they didn't work.
I'm doing this because of you.
Because of me. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that.
Kidding me.
Come on, dude, you gave him freedom.
That freedom and free
You're
will.
a friggin' child, you know that?
Yes, he is. He's new to this.
I know what I'm doing, Dean.
I think you're wrong there, though, Castiel.
You gotta trust me, man.
Yeah, like Sam did with killing Lilith.
Well, I'll have to do what I have to do to stop you.
You can't, Dean.
You wouldn't do the same thing to Sam. You tried to stop him all along the way until Lucifer was released. So, like, you know.
I'm sorry, Dean.
Well, I'm sorry too, then.
Maybe the human perspective is limited, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, Father.
No, he's talking to God.
Am I on the right path? Give me a sign.
No, he doesn't do that anymore.
If you don't, I'm gonna do whatever I must.
You know he doesn't, so you're just asking for... It's like you know what answer you're gonna get there. You know that, like, the way you framed that, there was only one possible answer. Okay, so that was episode 20 of season 6 of Supernatural. That was really nice. I really like that. I really like getting Castiel's perspective. I haven't really gotten to see inside his mind at all, you know, so far. And yeah, I really appreciate it. I also got an answer to something I've been wondering about. I've been wondering about, like, how God created the world, and it appears like God created the world according to, like, the Big Bang. So Castiel has been here since the first fish crawled up on land. And when the heck was that? What, 2 billion years ago? No, I googled it. 375 million years ago. So, like 0.4 billion years ago. So we know that he's at least that old. And Eve is older than that. That's outrageous. Or Eve was older than that. I don't know. I'm still holding out hope on her that we get to see her again in some way. Let's see now. So Castiel's old. I appreciate that. I appreciate knowing that the universe in Supernatural started with the Big Bang and everything that we're familiar with and so on. I think Dean is being a bit close-minded here. Like, I'm not saying that what Castiel is doing is right, but I will say that I think that it's got to be really, really hard for Castiel at the moment. You know, I can really sympathize with him here, because we know now that Castiel has been around for at least like 400 million years. And for those 400 million years up until like a year ago, or like 2 years ago, or whenever it was, like a year and a half, or yeah, somewhere around there, let's say 2 years. But for like 400 million years minus 2, he just obeyed orders. He didn't question the orders. He just did what he was told. And he was told that what he was doing was good because it was God's will, because heaven said it was good. And so that's like morality. All his morality came from heaven. The fact that, like, this is God's will, therefore what I'm doing is morally just. What I'm doing is morally good, you know? And now, like, his entire foundation, like, the entire core of his being has been, like, ripped up and replaced with, like, make your own decisions. Do what you think is good, basically. And that's gotta be that's gotta be, like, impossible to deal with. Like, for instance, just take people who become atheists, who have lived their entire life believing in religion, and then something happens, or a sequence of events that leads them to start questioning their faith. And it's like the foundation of their entire lives, of their entire, like, consciences, like their whole moral foundation is just uprooted. And like, how do I orient my life now? That's a huge thing. That's a really hard question. And Castiel has had that, but like even easier. He's not been forced to make any decisions on his own. He's had all his decisions made for him, and he's never questioned any of them for 400 million years. And now he has to make up his own mind, you know? like, we have to fight Raphael. We have to stop Raphael, or he's just gonna let Lucifer and Michael out of the cage, and like, that's what he's gunning for, and resuming the apocalypse, and like basically ending the world. So we have to resist him, but in doing so, like, Castiel needs to find a way to fight him somehow, and he feels that he can't go to Dean, partly because Dean, like, finally has what he deserves. Like, he can't disturb that. This is what he's been fighting for. Like, maybe he didn't realize that he was fighting for this Dean, but like, this is what Dean deserves, being with Lisa and Ben. Or deserves is the wrong word, I guess, but you know what I mean. Like, he's finally earned some rest from this constant war. And also because the first thing he did was try to raise Sam. When did he realize that he failed to bring Sam's soul back? He realized that something was wrong. Maybe he didn't realize what. But anyways, like, that's another reason. So he can't go to Sam because Sam is soulless. Now, I'm gonna assume that Castiel realized what was wrong with Sam straight off the bat. As soon as he raised him, he realized that, fudge, I messed up, you know? So he can't go to Sam. And because of that, he also can't go to Dean. So what do we do then, you know? It's all down to him. He can't go to his friends for help. He needs to deal with this on his own. And then Crowley shows up, and I mean, they worked with Crowley to get rid of Lucifer and Michael. So I mean, he's not that bad. You can work with him. It's like, we've done it before, and there are no more rules. And like, you know, it's like, Castiel has a point. It's hard to fault him. And then you're in too deep, and then it's hard, and it's really embarrassing, and like, what should have happened? Let's see. It's easy to try to be like revisionist and like hindsight is 2020. You know, you can always say what should have happened afterwards when you have the results, and you can like. But what should have happened? When Castiel discovered that Sam was soulless, I'm thinking that could have been the way in, to be like, I'm doing this and we're going to try to fix this somehow. I messed up, you know, basically fess up to what you've been doing. Say that you tried your hardest to get Sam back, but it didn't work, and didn't work fully, but we're going to work together and find out a way to fix it. And like, he's been working with, maybe don't open with the Crowley thing, but start talking about Raphael and then lead into the Crowley thing, and like, be forthcoming about it. It's more than what the Winchesters are doing, because they just lie to each other over and over until it's too late, and everything just like, yeah, until it goes too far, they just keep lying to each other. But of course, I realized that Castiel was afraid that they would reject him or whatever, but like, he just wants their approval. And he's in a really tough situation. I can't really fault him here. In general, I just wish these people were better at communicating. Because it's frustrating at times. The fact that the amount of lying they do to each other to preserve image, or to like, to not, because they're afraid that people will, that the people they love, that they will hate you if you speak the truth or whatever, or if you confess to things you've done. But like, that's a big thing for me. That's something that I've had to deal with. Because like, to get real for a second, when you're dealing with depression and the likes, which I mean, I don't know if I still am. I think I probably am. You know, depression is a really hard thing to get rid of, and it resurfaces, and it's below the surface, and like you get coping mechanisms, but you never really get rid of it. You know, and I lived with a woman who was depressed for a long time. Well, she wasn't depressed for a long time. She's still depressed, but like, I lived with her for a long time. We lived together for 12 years or something. And like, when you're in that mindset that like no one can understand, and you don't engage, you don't talk about it, and you don't talk to like professionals, or you talk to professionals, but you're not as forthcoming as you should be with them because, well, they don't understand and they can't help anyways. And you have to get past that because it's not as dangerous as you think it might be. It changed for my ex when she, like, after she moved out, she was caught up in stuff, shall we say. I'm not going to go into detail, but like, and that was so traumatizing for her that she had to talk about it. And so she did. She talked about it at length with many people. And like, for every time she opened up to someone about it, it became easier the next time. And like, you might think that it's like the end of the world if you say something, but when you try, when you open up and actually talk, you'll find out that it's not as dangerous as you think it is. And you have to get past that if you ever want to get better, because you have to, because people might resent you, or people might like not, when people don't understand what's going on with you, they don't know how to act around you or how to like be there for you, or like, it's never a bad thing to be open and honest. And ever since then, I have tried to do what she did, and I've been way more forthcoming with like mental health professionals and the like, and like not really hold anything back. And I've gotten much better results, and I'm more open with like, the only people I really have in my life are my parents. They live fairly close by, and we talk on the phone quite a bit and such. And like, it helps a lot, you know. So I wish that they all would do that. I wish that they would just talk to each other, because it's not as dangerous as you think it might be, especially when it's with people you love, or people who love you. You know, I don't know. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. This was a fun episode. I liked this. It was really nice seeing Castiel's perspective. I am so 100% on his side. He just handled it clumsily. It's like battle lines are being drawn, and I don't like it, because it's looking more and more like Castiel is the villain of the season. And are we really going to kill Castiel? I don't know, man. It's going to be really interesting to see. And there's only 2 episodes left, so can't wait to get to them. But that is unfortunately for a different day. For today, I am done, and I thank you very much for joining me. Do take care of yourselves. I'm going to head to bed because I'm really tired, and it's 4 in the morning. So until next time, peace out.